Hello and welcome to today's Moto News Worldwide video on the Motocross Network. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. It's been over a week, probably a week and a half almost now. But yeah, life gets in the way sometimes. I've just been having a whole bunch of life stuff going on, a whole bunch of problems I had to take care of. So this was not my priority at the moment. But we are here today and we got some news for you. So again, sorry for the lack of videos, guys. But hopefully we can get back into the swing of things here. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the latest update on Jett Lawrence that I got directly from Lars Lindstrom himself. Then we're going to look at the Team Netherlands and Team France for this year's Motocross of Nations. After that, we're going to take a look at a contract extension for the Rookie of the Year in the MXGP Championship, Kevin Horgmo. And to cap off this video, we have news on the Monster Energy Yamaha MXGP rider, Maxime Renaux. All right, now before we get into the news, issue number 10 of the Motocross Network magazine is in production as we speak. So, to MagPass subscribers and those who pre-ordered a copy of issue number 10, you'll be getting it in the mail soon. If you haven't ordered the copy, head to the MXNetwork.com and snag a copy. We also have some back issues from 2023. Here's some from last year. These are on sale. This one as well. We also have some leftovers from this year, but not as many. This is issue number 8 here, and I think that's about it. We kind of sold out everything, but if you want a copy, we have some on our website or pre-order. Issue number 10, it's in production, like I mentioned, so you guys will be getting it soon. Yeah, if you want to become a MagPass subscriber, you can do that as well. You'll get all the remaining issues for 2024 at a discounted rate. So yeah, huge thanks to all you guys who have ordered copies and became MagPass subscribers. We're trying to kind of revive the Moto magazine industry, and you guys have been awesome. It's really picking up, so it's awesome. To those of you who order the copy, we hope you enjoy your magazine, and thank you. All right, first story of the day, Jett Lawrence. He's been out for a while now, healing up from his UCL injury. Since he had surgery, not much has been said about his recovery process. He's kind of just been ghosted, or whatever you want to say. He's been silent on social media. The last thing we have seen was an Instagram post last week of Jett back on his bike. He's testing the 2025 Honda 450. Considering it took Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb such a long time to recover from the same injury, it left us wondering if Jett would be able to return for the Super Motocross playoffs. That was their goal, but was that realistic with this injury considering how long it took the other guys to heal? Since not much was said about Jett, how his recovery process is going, or how he's liking the 2025 Honda, I took it upon myself to ask Team Honda HRC manager Lars Lindstrom these questions after Budds Creek. Here's Lars Lindstrom's response. One final question for you. Jett posted a picture of him back on the bike to 2025. He's on. What's the game plan? Is he returning for Super Motocross? He's all good? Or what's going on? That's the situation?
Plan is for Super Motocross right now. He just got on a turn track yesterday. Feels good. Been doing a lot of PT on his thumbs, doing everything possible with his team and his doctors. You know, Doc G and some of the other guys that he works with. So his range of motion is already really good. Doesn't hurt, you know, very much. Obviously, it's probably going to be a little bit sore, but yeah. Yeah, excited for him to come back, obviously, and we'll see next week if he can get on a real track and start really pushing it a little bit more and seeing how it feels. And then, yeah, plan is SMX, so we're hoping to see him at Charlotte.
Yeah, so it sounds to me like Jett's recovery is going extremely well. If you want to watch the full post-race interview videos, we do that after every Pro Motocross round. Those are all on our channel. I'll probably put it in the top right corner, left corner, wherever it is on YouTube. If you want to watch it, we speak to a bunch of guys after the race. So yeah, back on the topic of Jett. It's honestly really impressive that he is already back on the bike and soon to be back on a full-size track. Like Lars mentioned, this week he should be back on a full-size track. Like I mentioned earlier, considering how long it took Eli and Coop to get better, Jett's recovery timeline is pretty incredible in my opinion. Hopefully he will be healthy enough to race all 3 Super Motocross rounds. Whether or not he'll do good or not is up in the air, depending on how he feels. I'm sure he'll be fine, though. We all know how Jett is. He'll just push through it probably. But again, it sounds like he's good, but you never really know how truthful these guys are being with us. To be fair, Lars is the most open team manager in the pits. He will take any questions, give you a fair response. He's like an open book. Most team managers kind of ignore the media in general, but he is willing to talk to anybody and give you the information that you actually want. So I don't think he's lying. I'm sure Jett is actually doing good. Yeah, Lars is actually better than most riders with interviews and information-wise. So I'm glad to hear that Jett is already back on the bike and is feeling good. We're wishing him luck and can't wait to see him back lining up again soon. All right, before we move on, this video is sponsored by Blood Lubricants. Blood is a premium off-road oil and lubricant company. They have everything from chain lube to their Clutch RX engine oil to their Bloodbath wash and wax. They have anything and everything you could need for your off-road vehicle, motocross bike, ATV. All their stuff is really high quality. Don't take my word for it, though. Their products are Chris Kiefer tested and approved, so you know it's good stuff. For a limited time, you can save 25% off site-wide using my code TMN25. So go give them some love. Head to bloodlubricants.com today. All right, let's now look at the first Motocross of Nations team announcement for the day. Team Netherlands. Exciting news for the 2024 Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. An incredible team has been unveiled for the upcoming event at Matterley Basin in the UK, taking place October 4th to 6th. Team Netherlands is set to be a strong contender for the Chamberlain Trophy with their incredible lineup this year. In the MXGP class, we have Red Bull KTM's Jeffrey Herlings, who currently sits third in the World Championship, only 35 points down from points leader Tim Geiser. Herlings kind of had a rough start to the year, but has been on his A game lately, his most recent finish being a 1-1 at his home race in Arnhem. In MX2, we have another great pick, Nissan Husqvarna rider and MX2 World Championship leader, Kai de Wolf. He has been extremely fast and consistent this year in MX2. You really couldn't ask for a better season. He has just been, again, on his A game, just as Herlings has been lately. He really hasn't made any major mistakes. He's just been super consistent, riding incredibly week after week. So yeah, he's on top of this year. Another solid pick for Team Netherlands. Finally, in the MX Open class, we have Monster Energy Yamaha rider Kelvin Volanderen. Kelvin has had a rough time getting acclimated to the factory Yamaha, but as of late, he's been finishing right about where he was last year on the Gebben. I think it was Gebben, I don't know. I don't know what the team was on the satellite Yamaha. So he's been about where he was previously. He's been consistent and stands 5th in MXGP points. Overall, it hasn't been a bad year for him. He's had his ups and downs. In the last 2 races, he had 5th in Sweden and a 14th DNS in Arnhem. Perfect representation of his season right there. Up, down. Anyway, another solid pick for the team as long as he can ride like he did in Sweden. Just keep it consistent, keep it on 2 wheels. This team can certainly win this year's Motocross of Nations. All right, before we look at the second Motocross of Nations team, this video is sponsored by Sweet Life CBD. Now, we're all motocross people here, and what comes with our sport is never-ending aches and pains. CBD can be a great natural solution for this. Introducing Sweet Life. Sweet Life grows all their hemp here in the United States, and all their products are THC-free, so you won't get popped on a drug test. All their products are third-party tested for purity, so you know it's all good stuff. They also used to sponsor Rocky Mountain KTM and Blake Baggett before that team closed its doors. So they have a history in our sport. If you want to get rid of those aches and pains in a more natural way, head to GetSweetLife.com and use our code TMN for 20% off site-wide. The link's in the description. All right, on to our second Motocross of Nations team announcement for the day. We have the defending champions, Team France. The FFM have finally confirmed their 2024 Motocross of Nations team lineup, and it's actually the exact same as last year. The defending Motocross of Nations team, Team France, will consist of the following riders. In MXGP, we have factory Kawasaki MXGP rider Romain Fevre. Fevre was in the championship chase early in the season, riding incredibly. Unfortunately, due to an injury, he had to sit out a few rounds, knocking him out of title contention. But as of late, he has been back up to his regular speed. Still a bit struggling, but I wouldn't say the injury is still bothering him that much as of late. In the past 2 rounds, he's finished 4th and 5th overall. Normally, he'd be a winning, podium contending guy. So he is a little bit off, but I think by the time Motocross of Nations rolls around, he should be fine. So not his best, but not bad. I'd say he should be back to full speed soon enough. In MX2, we have Red Bull KTM's Tom Vial. Tom has had an incredible year in the USA, winning his 250 Supercross title early this year and currently sitting 3rd in the 250 AMA Pro Motocross standings. He hasn't been the fastest guy here in the US, but he has been on the cusp round after round, solidifying his position as one of the fastest riders in the United States. I think he's an incredible pick for the team, and right now he's kind of carrying the team because he's the only guy riding without injury. Finally, in MX Open, we have Maxime Renaux. Normally, Renaux is an incredible rider, but over the past year, he's been dealing with a nagging heel injury, which has held him on the sidelines for most of 2024. He intends on returning to the to racing at the MXGP of Switzerland. I'll comment on that in the next story. So hopefully he's feeling better. It sounds like he is. Either way, his lack of racing this year is for sure going to hold him back and hold back Team France. Hopefully it's not as bad as I'm kind of thinking it's going to be. But still, solid team, defending champions. As long as the injuries from Renaux and Fevre don't bother them too much, they can still defend their title. On to the next story. Speaking of Renaux, this weekend, Maxime Renaux, the French motocross star, is gearing up for his return in the MXGP World Championship at the Swiss Grand Prix in Frauenfeld. Renaux's racing hiatus was necessitated by a persistent heel injury, originally suffered a year ago, which flared up significantly after the second Grand Prix in Spain, forcing him to take a break from competing. Despite his lengthy recovery, Renaux has been back on the bike for several weeks now, honing his skills and preparing for his much-anticipated return to the racetrack. His comeback is eagerly awaited by fans and competitors alike as he aims to reclaim his position among the elite in the sport. Maxime Renaux has yet to comment on this announcement. He did put out a little Instagram post saying, "Hey, I'm on Team France and I'm coming back to racing," but he didn't really comment on his injury and how he's feeling. Hopefully, this injury is in the rear view. He has so much potential, and it just sucks to see him miss out of almost all of 2024 because of this. So we're wishing him luck at the upcoming MXGP of Switzerland, and hopefully he can get back to racing as normal. All right, final story of the day. It's been kind of an MXGP exclusive today. All but one story has been MXGP related. To cap off this video, we have a story on Kevin Horgmo, the standout rookie in the MXGP class this year, currently holding 8th position in the FIM Motocross World Championship. Kevin Horgmo has confirmed he will ride with Team Ship to Cycle Honda Moto Blues SR next season. Transitioning from MX2 to MXGP is notoriously challenging, yet Horgmo has navigated this season with incredible rides, securing his 10th top 10 finish, of 16 races in the Netherlands. Despite having multiple offers for the upcoming season, the 24-year-old Norwegian, who celebrates his birthday in September, has opted to stay with his team, Honda SR Moto Blues, and his team manager, I think Jose Sal Frank. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. But his team manager has been signaling his confidence in the team strategy and support. Kevin Horgmo said in the press release, quote, "I'm very happy to stay here. It's a good team for me, and they helped me to adapt to the 450. The goal now is to build on that and improve next season with similar or even better results at the GPs and to fight for the French title. It's good leaving in south of France and training with Yves de Maria." I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. He really helped me, and we had a good winner, which helped me going to the season. On the races, we have a good input, and he helped a lot for the bike settings if I have some difficulties. We are always training together between races. It helps a lot to make it fun. It's not a problem to work alone, but it's nice to be training with a group of people who have the same goals. I love to see it. He has just had an incredible season. It's been fun to watch this year. I think it's smart of him to stick with the team that he's having success with. A lot of guys have a good year, get a solid offer, and then leave their team that they were having success with. And then usually it falls through, and they're not as successful. So smart play on Horgmo's part. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's Moto News Worldwide video. Let me know your thoughts on all these stories. Do you think Jett will be fully recovered for Super Motocross? Do you think Lars was being honest with me? How do you feel about the Team Netherlands and Team France lineups? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to go support our sponsors, Blood, Lubricants, and Sweet Life CBD. Links in the description with codes to save some money. And finally, don't forget to head to our website and snag a copy of our magazine. We got a bunch of them on there. We have the latest issue in pre-order and some back issues that are available for purchase right now. So if you're interested, head to the MXNetwork.com and snag a copy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.